This is The Creativity Show. I'm Bodie Werner, a writer and movie maker, and I'm helping Clare Cooley share creativity with you. The show will start in a few minutes. Meanwhile, let me tell you the story of how she became a creativity coach. What is a creativity coach, you ask? Well, good question. As she puts it, her job is to help people strengthen their connection to their creativity, the confidence to express it, and the courage to share it with others. She is a National Endowment for the Arts grant-winning author, artist, and creativity coach. In her 20s, she was hired to teach her multimedia arts curriculum, Dancing into the Arts, in a different school each week. She taught all grade levels in the public schools, universities, hospitals, crisis and rehabilitation centers, juvenile halls, women's clubs, and the mental health courts, the clients and the lawyers, probation officers, and judges. Teaching ended up being the way that she went to school, because she stopped attending school regularly at 7 years old. Her inspirational life prompted many people to tell her to write, including me. Many said that her stories had helped them and would help others. The co-founder of the Sundance Film Festival, Serena Catania, called my mother's memoir and art book, Incandescence Rising Above Darkness, an instant classic. When Serena invited us onto her podcast, she said,
"You were describing some of the most difficult situations I've ever heard for a little girl to go through, but it's done in such a positive, lyrical, spiritual way that it really does rise above what was actually happening to you." And I think in that way, it can be very inspirational to people who are having a hard time, no matter what the hard time is. And I'm really highly recommending it.
I agree, and that's why I wrote a screenplay based on her 52 powerful stories. Even her recollections of the terrible things she went through in her dangerous upbringing leave people uplifted because of her spirit. She survived by focusing on serene nature and thrived through creative expression. My script made it to the second round of the prestigious Austin Film Fest script competition. But this isn't about me. Claire's art was selected by the Natural World Museum, and she's done multiple one-woman shows at the Karpellis Museum, including Warblers and Wildflowers and Sentinels of Serenity, Cranes. Also, Claire's art was selected for the juried section of the International Gift Show. Her paintings in China were displayed at the corporate headquarters of Chevron, where she hoped her respect for nature could do some good. Her art was on the cover of the Red Rose catalog, and the Pheasants Forever magazine selected her painting for the Pollinator Print of the Year. She was the featured artist at the Lodi Sandhill Crane Festival. Her portfolio has over 600 drawings, paintings, and etchings. And she's also got an additional 300 plus stencil designs. The limited edition prints that we make ourselves are available on her web store. The link is in the description. Her previous home, 7 Levels, was on the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art gallery tours. The entire interior was an expression of her creativity. She etched wisteria on the glass behind her 4-story copper stair rail vines. She designed and hand-painted furniture. Her table and cabinet were featured in the San Francisco Designer Showcase House. She made chandeliers, fireplace screens, floral and tabletop designs. Jewelry and wardrobe. She designed and hand-carved a 202-piece set of crane china. Each piece was unique, and each dinner plate depicted a different species of crane. Claire's first book was published by Pomegranate Art Books. For her Book of Cranes, she observed all 15 species of cranes. We followed the migration of the sandhill cranes across the country and interviewed nature conservation enthusiasts like George Archibald, the founder of the International Crane Foundation. Experiencing how well we worked together, I asked my mother to combine our complementary skills and named us Mother-Son Productions. The Napa Valley Arts Council asked Clare to do an art performance. Her Freedom Flight performance was dedicated to world peace and included 90 artists and the community who painted silk wings to dance in to live music. Clare's first public art performances were interpreting art at gallery openings. She did dance performances at live readings of children's stories and poetry. Clare and her dance skating partner Lateef Swain performed at Give Peace a Dance. They led the parade for the opening of the California Academy of Sciences. Clare skate danced at Theater Artaud in The Nutcracker. Clare played the bamboo flute in the music she produced. She has been interviewed on the Women of Vision television show, on radio, and podcasts. We may not truly see those closest to us until something gives us a new perspective. When I was 16, she asked me to digitize her artistic portfolio, and I was able to take in the depth and breadth of her artistic accomplishments, which inspired my first movie, Life of Art. We chose a historic home by Lake Superior and named it after its original green-colored shingles. Our short documentary, Polishing the Emerald Lady, shows us restoring it. We even turned our over 100-year-old carriage house into the Carriage Creativity Studio, where we make movies, art, and even dance skate. Join Clare's Patreon for free to get ideas, instruction, and inspiration. Upgrade to a paid membership to receive exclusive access to her ever-increasing stencil design SVG catalog. The Creativity Show goes live on YouTube and Twitch, and also Clare Cooley's Patreon, Facebook, and LinkedIn profiles. You can send stars to support her work here on Facebook, or donate through Venmo or PayPal. The links are in the description. You can contact me by email, mothersonproductions@gmail.com, with any questions. Now remember, please leave a comment, like, subscribe, tell a friend, and thank you for being here. So that let's okay. I see. We may have had some audio issues for anybody watching at home. Hi, Claire Boisano said hi, Bodie and Claire.
Hey, Claire. Thanks for being here.
And let me fix that. So here's how we fix that. One sec. So yeah, we were just showing you all the different pieces of her art that she's gonna have at the show. It's the Winter Market here in Duluth at ACO this Saturday, and Restream. Note to Restream. Make it so that I can change the cameras right here, so I don't have to go into the other room. But nope, that's life. Okay, so I have to go do something in the other room, and then I can talk to you guys. Actually, let me talk to you here first, and then I will go fix the technology in the other room. So we have officially partnered with Zeitgeist Center for Arts and Community, which is a local arts nonprofit here in Duluth. Let me share my screen and I will show you our fundraiser, which is for the Northport episodic series, which is the episodic series that we're making here in Duluth. Some of you may have heard of the short film that we recently shot, Girl Scout and Tomboy. Here's some behind the scenes pictures of that. That is episode 2 of this episodic series. And we mentored, first time filmmakers on set. We had people learning by doing, which is my favorite way to learn. It's also my favorite way to teach. And so, in partnership with Zeitgeist, we are going to be making the next episodes in the series. We have 6 episodes planned at the moment. We have produced 2 of them, and we will be mentoring people on set during each of the episodes. Here's another behind the scenes picture. Don't worry, that's fake blood on my neck. And that is my mother there in the dress, and that's Cayman Good Sky on the right there, holding up one of the props, and then Grace on the left. Cayman is one of our producers, and she is our Indigenous cultural consultant. So you can now donate to help us make this episodic series and create community programming, including screenings and table readings, and provide mentorships to trainees. And so I will share the link in the chat right now, and then in a few minutes I'm going to make a QR code so it's very easy for you guys to scan it. But these links are on our Facebook profiles and our Instagram profiles. So you can look up Northport Episodic Series on givemn.org, as in giveminnesota.org. And once again, these are charitable contributions. So every donation you make is 100% tax deductible, and it goes to supporting this project. And this project is a nonprofit fundraiser supported by and sponsored with Zeitgeist Center for Arts and Community. Great. So I'm going to go out into the living room there and fix our technology so that we have our audio again. But I'm going to show you my mother making art while we get that fixed. The camera might turn off for a second, but don't worry, we'll be right back with you.
Almost.
Are we there? We are there. We're officially back. Here it is.
Okay.
Thanks so much, technology. Okay.
For always being a challenge.
Yes.
And okay, so one of the things I saw when I took my perspective break, as I like to call them, from Cloud Child, this piece, is that I wanted some small feathers in the distance, not just big feathers up front. So that's what I'm adding now. And I'm doing it with colored pencil instead of watercolor. Because I get to. It's my art. I get to have fun and do it any way I want to, as long as I don't hurt anybody or waste anything.
Claire Boisano on Facebook. You're in the pink this morning.
Yeah.
Have fun making art today.
Thank you. Yeah, Bodhi, when I brought down this sweatshirt that I put up all my different, well, I don't know how many there are on here, but a lot of the stencils for the flowers on this, I thought this is a good day for a casual outfit because we're all working, getting ready for tomorrow, and thinking about all we have to be thankful for. So, which is the fun part of Thanksgiving for me, and having some family over and connecting with friends, and all of that is so lovely and restorative. And getting ready for the show on Saturday. It's a lot going on, but I like having a lot going on. I like to stay calm, so I try to organize as I go. I call it stow as I go, which was the expression we learned while we spent a year in our RV traveling the country when it was time to lose the stress of the West Coast and find a place that was more appreciative and calmer for a couple of artists to do the life that fulfills us and keeps us happy and healthy, which is creating. So we traveled the country to look, and I thought Duluth, because in my 20s visiting where my father was born, people suggested I stay and teach, and I did until I realized I couldn't stay healthy back then because I was vegetarian, and back then I couldn't get enough vegetarian foods, and I didn't have enough time teaching 5 classes every day in the public school and then some class in the evening at the mental hospital, and anyhow I was getting drained and unhealthy, and that's not right. So I left, but I never forgot how kind and supportive and compassionate and appreciative of creativity people are here. So I told Bodhi about it, came to visit 3 times before he chose it too, because he asked me to work with him, named us Mother Son Productions, and I said, you have to choose where we're going to be too, so if it's Duluth, you won't be mad at me in the middle of the winter, which he never has been, and he chose it too. And boy, are we glad we chose a place so appreciative of nature and creativity and the appreciation of the creative people and the community and collaboration here is really something we're very thankful for. So is there anything you wanted to say more about the winter market or the announcing of the...
Absolutely. So the winter market, let me pull that up on Facebook. And it is here in Duluth on Saturday. Let me mute her microphone so we don't echo. It's at ACO, which is 202 West 2nd Street in Duluth. And we're gonna be having all sorts of her goodies there. And there's gonna be a bunch of other artists as well. Let's see if I can show. Let's share the screen real quick. There it is. Let's share this tab instead. So you can see we've got all sorts of arts and crafts, jewelry, and other things, candles, all sorts of stuff. And then we're going to have her books and her art there. And it's at the ACO Dr. Robert Powless Cultural Center from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, November 29th. That is the winter market. And yeah, I have some questions for you. What materials are you using today?
I'm using my Prismacolor pencils, and for these small faraway feathers, and the background is watercolor. The cloud is acrylic on top of watercolor, and those are probably, there's a possibility I'll use ink before it's done. There's also the graphite pencil lines I'm putting into the feathers for some real detailing. And so watercolor, Prismacolor pencils. And can they find those on the link? Are there links for that, Bo?
Yes, there are in the description, but I will also share some affiliate links in the chat right now.
Thank you.
You bet.
And I love the combination of the big washy watercolor, flowing, subtle sky, and then the bright Prismacolor pencil in the feathers, and then the detail that the graphite pencil allows me to get as the veins in the feathers. And like I said, there's a possibility that there will also be ink lines, which will be even more graphic. And I never know. I love going on creating as if I'm going on a trip someplace I've never been before, and see what I see when I get there, and not try to... Everybody has their own process, and I don't suggest that other people should follow my way. They should follow their own way and see what works for them, and enjoy exploring and learning. And everything we do, if we're learning from it, is a success. There are no waste of time. No, that didn't work. That's not good enough. If we learn, that's good enough. And if we step back, if we're not certain, and be patient, then it's more likely that we will keep enhancing a piece of art instead of overdo it and rush it and potentially overwork it. As my mother said, was very common among the artists trained at the museum school she graduated from and in the studio she worked in after she graduated. I heard something?
Yeah, it was just you. I was checking the audio.
Okay. I heard myself. Okay, well, I'm gonna need the electric eraser to get the rest of the feather out of Cloud Child's body, which I'm not gonna do now because I don't want to walk away and I don't want that electric eraser sound for you to put up with. So I'm going to add some more of the cloud. I can do that now without that icky electric eraser sound. But the electric erasers, as you see, I have even my erasers organized because each one has a different effect. And different tools for different jobs. And now we're going to go back to the cloud and add some more acrylic. When I step back from this, besides having some feathers in the distance, that created more depth, I thought, I want more of a cushy cloud bed she's on. And some of the places the cloud should be in front of her, like she's in it. So that's what I'm doing now.
Claire Boisano said, I've got to look up an electric eraser. I will send you a link to it on Amazon so you can see the one that we think is best.
Could you go over and get it? I'm not sure exactly where it is right now, but if you look in the drawer, then at least we could show it. We won't do the air in front of you. It's a
Right.
This is what it looks like.
We'll put up an affiliate link. There's another one right here. This is
Yeah, that's a small one, but it
So-
also makes a
this is a battery-powered electric razor.
no, not eraser.
Eraser.
And here's the one I.
And this is a corded electric eraser.
And there's all these different kinds of erasers that fit in there depending on whether you're erasing pencil or ink or pen or whatever. They all have their different properties, and it's amazing how well they can work and how quick they can be.
Oh,
You got paint on you.
okay. Well, I'm gonna wash that off before I do anything more at the computer.
I'd say that's a good idea. Yes, I'm really liking the cloud coming, having more cloudy substance, supportive, and more feeling like a cloud. Obviously, I'm not interested. I call what I like to do dream-like realism, and I think cameras are beautiful for realism, and I respect artists that want to do realistic renditions of whatever they're painting or drawing. I respect that, but it's not my way. And my mother called my art style the elegant primitive, and or elegant primitivism. And she never, as I mention often, because I think she's one of the greatest assets I've had in life, was a mother who was just a champion of me being me, and never tried to make me into someone else or like someone else. Or, as she said, you know, if I learned the rules, she would say to me, if you learn the rules, you just have to forget them, because you have your own way. You follow your heart and your instincts, and then you stop when it's done, and that's most unusual. So it really makes a big difference, this little bit of cloud going in front of her. But I'm not going to go too far, because I need to do some more erasing when it dries, and so I don't smear things. But I can work on the outside shape of the cloud, which is a little too uniform. So I'm going to make it a little wilder. And are there any other questions or comments I should? Young man?
Yeah, I was hopping to it. I was getting the link for Clare Cooley.
Okay.
She said, thanks, interesting, and I'm replying, here you go, Claire. I just sent a link in the Facebook chat, and I'll write it again for everyone else. Electric eraser. Now, there's a whole bunch of different options on Amazon. I'm going to try to find the perfect one. But all of these are battery powered, which are not as strong as my mother's like industrial strength one.
It's a plug it in electric.
Yeah, it's really powerful. So powerful you can like tear through paper if you're not careful. But yeah, do you know the other illustrations you're going to do? How far does the story go? And you are welcome, Claire.
Well, I don't have all the answers, but yes, I am going to keep going, and I'm hoping I'm going to get to something that represents present enough. And I have laid out in my mind anyway and written a very brief description of, I think, 20 images. So this is image 2. The next one I'm calling Cosmic Quonset, because my very first home outside of my mother's womb was a Quonset hut in the desert. And it's very revealing how thinking about these things and how they have formed me. And the Quonset hut, made out of metal in the desert with the monsoon rains, must have been like, you know, the heavens drumming on the roof during monsoon rains, and such a powerful. And so this connection to the universe, I've always been fascinated by the sky and by the cosmos and the universe. Never stopped thinking about it for very long, and feel connected to everything out there. Whether I can see it, imagine it, I feel connected to everything in the universe. So this thin metal layer over powerful monsoon rains in the desert, I think had a profound effect on me, that I do understand what many scientists I really respect their intelligence and study say. We're connected to everything and everyone in the whole universe. So, and the universe is in us and we're in the universe. So that's my next piece, is cosmic Quonset. And I'm going to lay it out and begin it on the next live stream, which is Sunday at noon. And this will may be close to finished. The first one, Primordial Potential, Cloud Child, and then Cosmic Quonset, and they're going to keep going. And I am doing them from, fetus to infant to toddler to growing up. So it's the only thing that's linear and kind of predictable about the process. And so there might be more than 20, there might be less, but I'm hoping that, well, I'm very inspired, and it took me a while to embrace the daunting, challenging aspect of illustrating my own life story. Honestly, I don't think I'm that interesting. I think the cosmos and nature is endlessly interesting, but I am having fun exploring this idea of visual metaphors for life events that have formed me. So I'm loving it, and very thankful to be doing it, and thankful for connecting to the community, to you guys, and thankful that there are people that appreciate the arts here and support them, and very thankful for my son who collaborates with me to help me bring my work further, keep going, and allows me to collaborate with him to bring his work further and keep going. So thanks to everybody, and I hope Thanksgiving gives us all much to be thankful for. Brings that.
By the way.
Pardon me?
Questions.
Yes.
Clare Boiseno asked, "What's the name of your feather piece?" And then there's another question after that when you're ready.
This piece here is called Cloud Child. Okay.
All right. The other question is, what's your advice for people who want to pursue visual metaphor? How do you find these visual metaphors, and how do you take these concepts and turn them into visuals?
Well, because I wrote my memoir, because so many people asked me to and told me hearing my stories helped them and would help other people, I had that experience of stories that I had distilled and refined to start with, but these two paintings came from that feeling that's in the stories, but nothing literal. So the only advice I would give is have fun exploring your own imagination. Start out with, there's no way to do it wrong if you don't get hurt or waste time or let competitive people hurt your feelings, daunt your inspiration. There can't be any mistakes. It's all a learning process, and only let those who are unconditionally supportive see it, hear about it anyway. Protect your tender spirit where our creativity happens, and don't let fear-based controllers hurt you or take your energy away. Keep it safe, keep it private, and explore and have fun. And you can't go wrong that way. Creativity is always new, it's always play, and no matter how much we think about it, it's going to be different than we imagine. So go with it and enjoy the process, and everything is authentic and valid And the more we enjoy the process, the more health it gives us to express our emotions, creativity, stimulate our immune system, and learn things along the way. So it's all good. So don't let the fear-based doubt voice in ourselves or anywhere else hold you back from having fun with your own creativity.
Fantastic.
And yeah, yeah.
Jay Stoneburner. Hey, how you doing, Jay? Said, love watching you be creative.
Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. And nice to know you're there. That means a lot to me. And I want to say one other thing about the process of the visual metaphors for my life or your life or anybody's life. Go back and remember what first gave you joy or curiosity. What are those deepest memories, those most profound impressions? What were they? And start there. And one of the things I learned about myself in this process already, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more, is, I don't remember a single Christmas. Never had a birthday party. And none of this I feel bad about or feel sorry for myself. In fact, I didn't really even think about it till now. It's going to be Thanksgiving tomorrow and Christmas soon. And that I didn't kind of have any there were no parties or dinner parties or I didn't even go to school after 7. I didn't have a friend growing up. I didn't have a conversation till I was 14, but I've never felt sorry about any of that because I focused on the peace in nature and the joy of creativity. And when I realized, wow, you never had a birthday party or Christmas or whatever, and you never even thought about it. That's when I realized if we find those safe places, nature and joyous place, creativity, look at all we can get through without even noticing. So what we focus on increases. And so focus on what gives you joy and express it and share it with the people that appreciate it. Nice or next. There we go.
Love it. And Claire Boisneau, happy Thanksgiving to you both. Right back at you. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to you and Pete, and to you, Jay, and thank you, Bodhi, for all your help. Thankful for all of you, and wish you lots to be thankful for, and that you know what it is, and it keeps increasing because you appreciate it.
Heck yeah.
All righty.
Okay.
See you Sunday at noon.
Great.
Tell a friend.
Yep. So great to see you guys. And Winter Market is this Saturday. And remember to check out her Patreon, patreon.com/Clare Cooley. Here's the link.
For all these.
You can see the stencils in use right there. You can go get all of those on her Patreon.
My flower sweatshirt.
Great. And you stay warm too, Jay. For those who don't know, it snowed like crazy last night and it's now a winter wonderland.
Yep. It happened just like that.